Standards Practice Week 2. Let's look at number 1. Which equation represents the following sentence? The sum of a number p and 12 is 34. So we need to know what the key words are. So like sum is really important. Oh, that's really thick. Let's back up here. Sorry, everybody. Okay, so sum means that you're going to be adding. And is, in this case, will be the equals. So I'm looking for adding p and 12, and it should equal 34. Number 2, what is the solution of negative 27 equals m over 9? Let's see. This is the same thing as m divided by 9. So if I was doing inverse operations to get rid of divide by 9, I would need to multiply by 9, or 9 over 1, and these would cancel out. If I do it to one side, I need to do it to the other. So 9 times negative 27 would give me the value of m. Number 3. An architect builds a scale model of a skyscraper for a land development proposal. The model is 2 feet tall. I'm going to guess that's going to be important. And that's the model. The scale of the model is 1 inch to 7.2 meters. How tall is the proposed skyscraper in meters? Show your work. So 1 inch is for every 7.2 meters. Well, the 1 inch is smaller than 7.2 meters, so I know this is the model and this would be the actual. So model over actual. Okay, so I know that the model is 2 feet tall. Well, this is in feet, not in inches. So 2 feet is the same thing as 24 inches. So I'm going to need to put this here, 24 inches, over some amount of meters. So now you have a proportion, a fraction equaling another fraction. Usually when we solve these, we cross multiply. So you would need to do 1 times x equals 7.2 times 24. So we're cross multiplying. This times this should equal this times this. And then you're going to just figure out what the value of x is from this one. Let's take a look at number 4, the extended response. Write the correct explanation next to each step. Okay, so here's the different steps. I'm not going to worry about what it says. I'm going to see what it is from here. So the explanations, this is the original equation, so this is what we start with. So how did I get from here to here? Well, if not even looking at the bottom, if I was just looking at the problem, the first thing I would do is take this and multiply it to each part, which is distributing. So that would be the first thing. Well, after that, if I were solving it and not looking below here, if I was just solving it myself after distributing, I would figure out what this value is. So that would actually just be simplifying. So from here to here would be simplifying. So that's, and it's going to be multiplying because negative 3/4 times 4. So this is going to be simplifying using multiplication. So from here to here, I just simplified this to get to this number. So that would be simplifying by adding these two values. So that would be the reason for here. So I'm going to put simplify by adding so you remember what you did here. I'm going to do that. Okay, so it's multiplication. And then from here to here, how did I get rid of this minus 9? If I wasn't even looking at the problem below it, and I was just doing the problem myself, I would add 9 to both sides. So that would tell you add 9 to each side. That would be what would go here. So you would have to write all that out. I'm just helping you. And then lastly, how would I get rid of this negative 3/4 times x? Well, I could divide both sides by negative 3/4, but dividing by a fraction means multiplying by its reciprocal. So the reciprocal of negative 3/4 is negative 4/3. So times negative 4/3. And that would be your last step. So from here to here, we'll be multiplying each side by negative 4/3.